A handsome master samurai, who driven by his dark past and equipped with his holy sword, has vowed to rid the world of evil. Such is the way of Samurai Jack, white-wearing champion of all that is good. Such is also the way of Kenshin Himura, former Bakumatsu assassin who now wants to repent from his sins by helping everyone with his sword. Let's analyze these guys' weapons, abilities and experiences to find out which one would win a deadly sword fight. Starting with Samurai Jack, because J comes before action alphabet, we find out that this black-haired beast is good at pretty much everything. Samurai Jack was born to a noble samurai family, in which he was taught the skill of sword fighting. After the evil Aku attacked, he started traveling across the world searching far and wide for every possible fighting style to master. That was in order to be the great warrior who could take down the Aku who did such evil deeds to him. These skills include sword fighting, archery, wrestling, grappling, tai chi fighting, kung fu, and aerial fighting. Now, when you know the guy, let me introduce you to his sword. This unnamed katana, usually referred to as Jack's sword, is an holy katana forged by Odin, Ra and Vishnu from the pure power of righteousness. This sword can't harm anything that is good, but it has enchant effect against those that are evil. Technical information about the blade. Samurai Jack's sword is overall 77.1144 centimeters or 30.36 inches long. Jack's sword has the basic curvature Tori-Chori with a curve of 22.5 degrees, Hamon Sudareba with Hakikake ending, and the basic Kisaki Fukura Kakeru. These choices, while they might look cool, are pretty simplistic. Oh well, this is still quite fine traditional blade. I will accept it. While Jack also uses other weapons well, this fight is strictly limited sword fight, which means that he will only use his sword. Which is precisely why I described it in such a detail. Other skill worth mentioning that Samurai Jack has is his skill of Light Ninja. He basically covers himself in white, so his opponent has hard time trying to make out where he is in snow or places with good lightning. Samurai Jack's fighting experiences are very wide. He has fought against animals, against aliens, against robots, and other humans, and those otherworldly beasts. This basically means that he has very wide variety of different challenges behind him, so it's not likely that he will come across a challenge that is surprising or will throw him off. Moving on to Kenshin. Kenshin's abilities include Hiten Mitsurugi Ryu, which I have made an episode of, so feel free to check that out for further information. Kenshin has multiple years of experience as an assassin, killing humans. He practically never fights against anything non-human. He has fought against some humans that were special or weird, and some puppets, but other than that, all his enemies have been human. While Kenshin has abandoned his assassin ways, he has still that underlying mentality of a killer, waiting to be provoked enough to take over his whole mind. Kenshin's weapon is Sagapato Shinuchi, which I will now describe. The name is translated to River's Edge, Bloody Death, or River's Edge, Receiver of Heart. Those are quite different translations. Sagapato Shinuchi has the basic curvature of Sakichori, Notare Hamon with Yakitsune end and Ikubi Kisaki. Its length is approximately 70 centimeters or 27.5 inches long. This sword is a holy masterpiece made by Saku, the best swordsmith in this series. It is practically unbreakable and it has destroyed many people's dreams and swords. So, now we know the backgrounds, personalities and powers of these guys. The next logical step would be to define how the battle would go and then declare the winner, right? Well, yeah. But before that, let's clear some misconceptions about these two fighting. When I started making this, I took a big look at both of these guys' abilities and powers, and the lore of the series they are from. But in addition to that, I also took a look at some versus threads of these two. Quite many people told that Samurai Jack could just cut through Kenshin's sword, and then through Kenshin, effectively ending the battle in a few seconds. That is not true. You see, Kenshin's sword is a holy sword from a shrine. If something is holy, that must mean it's not evil. Therefore, Jack couldn't cut through Kenshin's sword. So, it is time to compare these two characters in a few categories to find out who would win a deadly sword fight. Speed and precision. While Kenshin undoubtedly is the faster striker, Samurai Jack has shown to be the faster deflector. Samurai Jack has shown to be capable of deflecting machine gun fire, while Kenshin had some trouble fighting guy with two swords. What that basically means is the strikes that Kenshin would get in are few and far between, and the strikes that Samurai Jack could get in are also very few, maybe even farther between, but I'm not so sure about that. Basically, this one is tie-in. Cutting ability. Both of these guys can practically cut anything. For Samurai Jack, it is due to his magical sword, and for Kenshin, it is hard-learned ability. The cuts that Kenshin makes appear to be larger in size, implying that the natural ability earned through years of training is better than magical sword. Also, in one episode, Kenshin demonstrated his cutting ability by cutting a plant in half in so small scale cellular level that when he put the two pieces back together, they went right back to being one and no signs of cut were visible at all. Points for cutting ability go to Kenshin. Mobility. Both of these guys have shown to have almost unlimited stamina and very good mobility on ground. The deciding factor here would be their aerial competence. I honestly don't seem to find out which one is better, so Hiten Mitsurugi's aerial capacity will be equally as good as the 8 people's jumping skills that Samurai Jack learned. This will be another tie-in. Endurance. Both of these guys have taken out ludicrous amount of enemies. Because the number is uncountable, there's only one way to decide which one is better at this. Kenshin has never lost against one human enemy in a fair fight, but Samurai Jack has, against Gatekeeper. However, Jack's mental capacity is far better. As anyone who watches Kenshin, he makes some dumb mistakes just due to his idealism and play not wanting to kill your enemy thing. Samurai Jack does not have any of that, and that ability to keep cool gives Samurai Jack the edge of this fight. Right now, the points are equally shared, but this won't end in stalemate, because one of these two characters has something to give them that little one-bit boost to win this fight. The winner of this fight is Kenshin Himura. Kenshin has fought against other humans his whole life, which means that he knows how to destroy any human in a fight. While Samurai Jack has indeed great knowledge about fighting styles from all over the world, he lacks the practical skill. Also, while Jack was shown practicing as a child, most of his skills and self-acquired, Samurai Jack simply can't compete against Kenshin's years of disciplined training and decades of fighting experience. Thank you for watching. It was very interesting making this, and please tell in comment section what did you think about this one and what would you want to see next. Also, check out the description if you want to use the versus screen of Jack and Kenshin as your rotoscope image. If you like this kind of stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel.